2024 is here, and a lot of us are working into getting back on track, into getting back to our work life routines. And also a lot of us are still doing our life reset because sometimes it can be quite long and hectic. So today, in order to avoid getting overwhelmed or stressed, I created a little yoga flow for us to practice together and ease in this process. Today's yoga flow is going to be all about stimulating our digestive system, and we're going to promote a healthy detoxification of our body. This will help us to get rid of any toxins or negative energy that no longer serves us. So grab your mat, your water, and get ready to begin. We're going to start by coming over to a seated position on our knees, along the center with a straight back. Let's take a few deep breaths here as we reach both arms all the way up to the sky, really opening up the frontal area of our body. Then bringing them down, and we're going to do this a few times. You can even put your hands together and give yourself a big stretch, and then release all the way down. You can do this as many times as you want, or just stay in the seated position, feeling your breath, being aware of how you're feeling. You can move your shoulders. Give yourself a big stretch, looking backwards, first on the right side and then on the left side. Once you have given yourself any movements that you feel the need to release any tension, we're going to do a few more breaths, reaching with the hands all the way up to the sky and breathing out, bringing them all the way down. Now we're going to make our way into a table position, and we're going to do a few cat-cow poses. So inhaling, we're going to open the back, look up to the sky, and then exhaling round the spine, pulling up the back. You can do this at your own speed as many times as you need, or give yourself other styles of movements in here that feel good for your back. I like opening the spine and going all the way back into child's pose and then coming back up, rolling the back and exhaling. Give yourself as much time as you need to be in this position and releasing any back tension that you have, following your own breath. When you're ready, you're going to come into a plank pose. Give yourself a little time here. We're going to wake up the body. When you're ready, do your own version of chaturanga. You're going to make your way into upward dog, and from there all the way to downward dog. You can bend your knees. And then we're going to go back into plank. As you can see, I'm really struggling here. Your own version of chaturanga, upward dog. And in upward dog, you can give yourself a little twist from one side to the other just to release more tension that we may have. From here, we're going to go into child's pose. Give yourself a breath and then roll back up into table position. Tuck your toes in, downward facing dog. Remember to breathe. And listen to your body. When you're ready, you can jump or step all the way to the top of the mat. Let me just adjust my sweater because I am freezing cold out here. We're going to stay in this forward position. Now the left knee, you're going to slightly bend it and you're going to reach with your right arm all the way up. Feel that stretch. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. So bend your right knee and lifting your left arm all the way up. We're going to repeat this movement a few times. You can do it as many times as you need, feeling your stretch, feeling your breath, listening to your body. Now we're going to stay into forward fold. Try to touch the mat with your hands and give yourself a big stretch at the back of the legs. You should be feeling that. You can see here I'm moving because I'm full of cramps. So I'm just giving my body a little movement here. I'm going to repeat this stretch again onto one side and then the other one, just because I can feel my legs are really tense and I just want to release all that. Okay, back again into forward fold. Give yourself a big breath, reaching the hands all the way up to the sky and letting it all out, bringing your palms together all the way down into forward fold. We're going to step back into plank. Do your own version of chaturanga, making your way into upward dog, and from there downward facing dog. Now in downward facing dog, your right leg goes up and then bending the knee, make it all the way to the top of the mat between your two hands. With your left foot drop your knee down, low lunge. As you reach both arms to the sky, almost together, bend your elbows and then bring your hands over to your heart, twisting over to your right and placing that left elbow to your right knee. The right elbow is pointing up to the sky. You can keep your gaze down on your mat. If you want a little bit more of support, you can lift your left knee up if you want a little challenge. But if this doesn't allow you to keep your hands on top of the right knee, just put your hands down. I'm full of cramps, so I'm going for this position. When you're ready, go back to plank and do your own version of chaturanga, finishing in upward facing dog. We're going to do the other side now. So from here, go to downward facing dog, left leg up, bending the knee and taking it all the way to the top of the mat. Your right knee goes to the mat. And we're repeating the same position as before here. Again, keep your gaze wherever you feel like. I try to stay with my eyes closed. Then lift your right knee for a little challenge, only if you're up for it. And if this position is too much for you, as I am struggling and you can see it, you can just take your arms to the mat and stay here. Remember to focus on your breath. Go back to plank. Give yourself your own chaturanga version. upward facing dog, and then back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to slowly walk, or you can jump, it's your choice, to the top of the mat. Rolling all the way back up, breathing in, reaching the sky with our arms, and then letting it all out. Let's make our way to the center of the mat. We're going to try and do our triangle position. Stand facing the long side of your mat with your feet about a leg distance apart. Here we're looking for stability through both of our legs. In this position, you engage your legs and roll the left thigh out so the left knee is in line with the first two toes. Lengthen through both sides of the waist. Draw your lower belly in and up and lift your arms parallel to the floor. Inhale as you reach to the left, extending your body over to your left leg, shifting your hips towards the back of the mat. Exhale as you bring your left arm down, placing your hand on either on the leg, the floor, or a block if this is challenging for you. Now when you're ready, go all the way back to the top of the mat, give yourself a big breath and releasing all the way down, forward fold. We're going to make ourselves into high lunge, so left foot back, drop your left knee, then reach the sky with your arms, give yourself a big stretch here, breathe in, and then make yourself into half split, so push your weight to the back, straightening your right knee. When you're ready, make yourself into plank position. Do your own version of chaturanga, so you can place your knees first and make yourself into upward facing dog. And from here, downward facing dog. Now left foot comes to the mat, right knee is dropped on the mat, and we're reaching the sky with our hands, breathing in and giving yourself a stretch here. And again, we're going to repeat the same as before. We're going to go into half split, so our weight goes back. We're straightening our left knee and our left foot is flexed. Go back into high lunge, make yourself into a plank position. Again, your own version of chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Letting all out, downward facing dog. Give yourself a moment here. When you're ready, bring your left leg up, bending the knee, and we're going to try and take that leg to the floor, leaving the knee bended, straightening the right one, and reaching with our left arm backwards. Do this slowly and only if you're up for the challenge. Breathe in, come back to downward dog, and we're going to repeat the same on the other side. So right leg up, bend the right knee, take it back to place it on the floor. Right knee remains bended, left leg straighten, and you're reaching all the way back with your right arm. Back to downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of the mat, jumping or stepping. I am stepping today because of my cramps. We're remaining for a little bit in forward fold, and when you're ready, make your way into a seated position. So here we're going to cross our legs. So the left leg is touching the mat, and our right leg is on top of our left leg. Now, with our left arm, we reach the sky and we place it in front of our right leg. Our left elbow is in front of our right knee. You're looking backwards to give yourself a big stretch. When you're ready, we're going to repeat the same on the other side. When you're ready, you're going to come back to center and slowly roll down to the mat. Bring your knees together and give yourself a hug. While you're hugging yourself, you can give yourself a twist from side to side so that you massage your lower back. You can also grab your ankles and make your way into a happy baby pose, and still twisting so that you massage the lower back area. You can close your eyes here, focusing on your breath. In my case, I'm just looking at the sky because it's so blue. Give yourself a big hug. And then putting the soles of your feet together and opening the knees, one on each side. Rest here, feel your breath. If you don't like this position, you can go ahead and make it into shavasana. So completely lying down with your legs straight. Just focus on your breath here. Feel your heartbeat. You can be aware of your thoughts. Try not to engage with them. Just let them go. And you can even use this time to set your intention for today. What are you going to focus on? What is your main goal for today? We are getting into the mindset of going one step at a time and not trying to rush. Bring your knees together and using going all the way on the one side to go back to a seated position. We're going to do a few breaths here together to finish today's yoga session. Remain with your eyes closed. Give yourself a big breath in, reaching the sky with your arms, palms together, breathe out, hands to center. Give yourself another big breath in, hands up, palms together. Now we release up to the mouth. And one final big breath in, hands all the way up to the sky, and then breathe out to the forehead. Thank yourself for using this time for yourself today. Thank you for being here. Namaste.